Graduates and guests, may we have your attention, please? Convocation is about to begin. If you have a mobile device or pager with you, please turn it off or silence it during the ceremony. Thank you for your attention and congratulations. If able, please rise.
Good afternoon and welcome. We wish to acknowledge this land on which the University of Toronto operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. We are also grateful to have the opportunity to celebrate the achievements of our scholars who graduate today. On their behalf, let us express gratitude for the support of their family and friends, and for the faculty and staff who have guided them in their pursuit of knowledge. Whatever our own traditions, let us reflect as we proceed through the convocation ceremony on the many years of effort, sacrifice, and success that have brought us to this time of celebration. In concilium universitates torontonenses vocatis sumus. Graduates, please remain standing. All guests, please be seated.
Insignissima cancelaria, presento tibi hosce scholares, ud admittantur ad gradas varios. Testorque eos quod omnia quae. Statuta requirunt aptos, et idoneos esse.
Et profectum huiesque provinciae, huiesque magnae patriae, et profectum omnium nationum, omnibus in terris conjunctarum. Algo exacatoritate mihi toti, universitate commissar, et mitto vos aguedos varios, quarum ura vubisto, et pito quoqua ut omnia confictiatas munera qua et illos grados pertinent.
Please be seated. My name is Leah Cowan, and it is my great privilege to serve as the Vice President of Research and Innovation and Strategic Initiatives here at the University of Toronto. Today, I have the additional privilege of assisting Chancellor Rose Patton in conducting this convocation. The university is an institution with deep historical roots and many enduring traditions. Among those is our use of the language of the medieval university in today's wonderful celebration. For those in attendance who, like me, may be less than fluent in Latin, a translation might be helpful. For my part, I said, most distinguished Chancellor, I present to you these scholars that they may be admitted to the various degrees, and I bear witness that as far as all things which the statutes require, they are fit and suitable. Much more significantly, from the standpoint of the graduating class, the Chancellor then replied, to the benefit of this province, this great country, and to the worldwide community of nations, I, by the authority vested in me and in the whole university, admit you to your various degrees, grant to you the rights and ask of you the responsibilities of doing all of those things which pertain to those degrees. And so, as my first order of business, I am delighted to salute you, the graduating classes of 2023 from the Ontario Institute for Studies in Education. That's it, you're done. Warmest congratulations. I would also like to bid a very warm welcome to everyone who has joined us here in the historic Convocation Hall. Graduates, today the University of Toronto is formally recognizing your very hard work, your accomplishments, your perseverance, and this really important milestone. Speaking of perseverance, you have successfully completed your program in extraordinary and challenging times. And today's celebration is all the more meaningful for that. Each of you, as a member of the graduating class, is joining an exceptional family of University of Toronto alumni. U of T has a global community of over 660,000 alumni in 196 countries. They are the university's living legacy and our greatest ambassadors. U of T alumni serve in leadership roles in every corner of the globe and in every walk of life. They are prime ministers, justices, scholars, authors, community and business leaders, scientists, and professionals of every description. Their endeavors have shaped the world we live in and the ways we understand that world. We have no doubt that the University of Toronto's high international standing can be attributed to generations of dedicated and very talented faculty and staff members. But we also understand that this reputation has been built by our alumni, a group that now includes each and every one of you. So to the graduating class, let me say thank you. Thank you for your many contributions to the university while you were a student, and thank you for what you will do as a member of Canada's largest and, I believe, most distinguished alumni community. One more word of thanks is in order. I'm sure that all graduates share a sense of gratitude to the friends and family members who have helped bring them to this special day. And I would ask you to join me and the platform party in thanking them with a vigorous round of applause. So let me continue with one request. So one of the distinguishing features of our convocation is that graduates come forward to be recognized individually. You will then leave the stage using the ramp over this way, exit the door, and come around the hall. At that point, graduates, you will turn left and quietly re-enter the hall as your peers continue to be recognized. So I would encourage everyone to think of the very last person who will be on the stage. And I believe this will be Kyla Maria Zuccaro. Could you please stand up? Could you please? Thank you. Thank you. So everyone remember Kyla, and please come back and sit in your seat. Thank you. So finally, I note that the university is, of course, a mask-friendly environment. We ask that everyone respect each other's decisions and comfort levels with regards to health and safety concerns. Similarly, we will forego the traditional handshake, but promise to offer enthusiastic applause as you pass by us on the stage. Thank you for your understanding and assistance, and once more, warmest congratulations. So it is now my privilege to introduce today's Convocation speaker, Dean Barnes, a lifetime educator. Dr. Barnes holds a PhD in BEd from OISE. After a successful career as a teacher and principal, he currently serves as Superintendent of Education in the Halton District School Board, where he is responsible for student well-being and mental health. He is widely respected for his advocacy of Black hockey history in the National Hockey League, and his expansive collection of rookie cards of Black and biracial players has traveled across North America. He has also created a popular podcast to share inspirational stories of Black NHL players to promote representation and inclusion in sport. Please welcome Dean Barnes to the podium.
Good afternoon and greetings to graduating students, family and friends, and the University of Toronto presiding officers. I understand that I am standing between now and when the graduates receive their diplomas. I am very mindful of this and will definitely stay within my allocated speech time of 1 hour. Just joking. I am honored to be your convocation speaker on this momentous occasion. An achievement such as this does not just happen on its own. I can't help but think about the various ways professors, instructors, family and friends have all contributed to our graduates' success today and where they are today. Especially since the bulk of the student learning in recent years has been impacted by the pandemic. I would like to commend all of you for the support you have provided to these graduates. And please, everyone, give yourselves a big round of applause. So the University of Toronto is near and dear to my heart and has had a big influence on my lifelong learning journey. I have completed both my Bachelor of Education degrees and PhD degrees from OISE, University of Toronto. So I have a big shout out to the University of Varsity Blues for what it's meant to my life. Famous South African anti-apartheid activist and politician Nelson Mandela once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world." This statement has always anchored my work as an educator throughout my career. I started my teaching career teaching grades 7, 8, and 9 in the inner city of North York almost 30 years ago. I wanted to change the world for my students overnight. Most of the children I was teaching were newcomers to this country. The community I was teaching in was a stark contrast to the suburban community I'd grown up in. I remember first few months in were very stressful and intense for me. For lesson planning. I had taken over for a teacher who had retired mid-year. Once I became more comfortable with my lesson delivery in physical education and geography, I then started to feel a bit of an internal frustration that I was not reaching all the students. Some were not succeeding academically or were misbehaving. I did not want to leave any child behind. There were many standoffs between certain students and me, and awkward interruptions during my lessons. I remember having many late nights, feeling frustrated and wondering what I could do differently, or whether I should take the position that some children are not reachable. But then I remember a mentor at the time reminded me of the importance of positive student-teacher relationships and building strong classroom management. I soon began to adjust my teaching style and focus more on the relational aspects of the job in order to have a greater connection with my students. Later on the same year, I remember feeling flattered that a very senior teacher at a nearby school complimented me, and he noticed the rapport I had with the students. I was teaching both in the classroom and also in track and field. So I progressed through my career in education, and there have always been challenges for achieving success for my students. There is so much complexity between individual uniqueness of each student, the influence of parents, and the relationship between teacher and student. I continue to believe that education is the most powerful weapon to change the life circumstances from which one is born. Graduates, I know that you are ready and excited to go out into the field, to mentor, to teach, and guide all those you are working with. You will inspire the next generation to solve complex world problems, to tackle complex issues. Just know that anything you dream of is possible. What may seem like an impossible situation is cleverly disguised as a great opportunity to facilitate change. You will face resistance at times. There will be moments of disappointment. There will be stress and strain. And the solutions may not always be found right away. But these are the lifelong challenges that will help you grow, help you overcome obstacles, and be adaptable for finding solutions and positive outcomes. Educators can be role models, and I have welcomed this responsibility throughout my career. Everyone needs someone to look up to in schools and in workplaces. We know how important it is for historically marginalized communities, women, Black, Indigenous, racialized, and other equity-deserving groups to see themselves represented in life, the classroom, and workplaces. If you can see it, you can be it. As part of my podcast that I host, I recently interviewed 87-year-old Willie O'Ree, the first Black player in the National Hockey League. Amazingly, he lost sight in his right eye as a young person, but still managed to make it to the NHL. Mr. O'Ree was also hired years later by the NHL in the role of diversity ambassador. Willie told me that NHL Hall of Famer Jerome McGinley once said to him, "Willie, I can't imagine what you went through in your playing days to make it possible for guys like me to make it. I am overwhelmed by what you accomplished and how you made the game important to me." Another Black player I interviewed, Alton White, who played for the Los Angeles Sharks of the former World Hockey Association, recounted a story when a Black child said hi to him when he was coming off the ice in the 1970s. The child came home and told his mom, "Alton can play hockey, and he's a great hockey player, and I can do something special too." Years later, this child obtained a scholarship to play football at the University of Oregon and later became the state legislator of Washington. He said the reason why he aspired to be in that position was because of Alton White. It is stories like this that remind us that we never know how much of an impact we are having on others. I know graduates will be leaving here today ready to inspire, to make a difference on young people you're working with in schools and other professions you choose to work in. This degree is giving you another set of keys to open up doors to initiate change, to positively impact the students you are working with and others in communities. In closing, poet and civil rights activist Maya Angelou once said, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel." Keep this in mind as you go out into the world to motivate others to be the best they can be. I have used my education as a positive weapon. I have continued to dream of possibilities, and you can too. Congratulations, graduates. Dream big and never give up. I wish you the best.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the following candidates from the Ontario Institute for Studies in Education and the School of Graduate Studies who are being admitted to the degree of Master of Arts. Muna Abdallah. Mariam Ahmed. Jessica Jamie Allen. Victoria Kathleen Angove. Sonia Perline Bartlett. Chelsea Elizabeth Grace Murphy Boyes. Tamika Briggs. Orly Brewer. Elena Bronskill. Catherine Margarida Souza Carrere. Amanda Chan. Melissa Sao Ching Chan. Catherine Sarah Chow. Kathleen Pasqua Conferido. Ira Dougal. Jacqueline Douglas. Elisa Antonietta Ferraioli. Emma Fletcher. Hannah Alexia Greenwich. Dinah Goren. Grace Catherine Gweli. Lamar Anthony Hall. Aliana Hirji. Stephanie Haraland. Jamie Kerbal. Jaida Lam. Michelle Lieberman. Kelly Kai Ling Lin. Annie-Louise McBrien Lyons. Catherine Elizabeth Machado Marks. Adrian Mark. Naomi Milakoch. Sydney Nuzel. Abian Oma. Emily Onishko. Lindsay Olivia Orlovsky. Vanessa Gina Pasalakwa. Megan Kwan Pham. Joanna Priori. Sindhujan Savananthan. Xiang Song. Nahum Tubusum. Yu Lung Andrew Tang. Veronia Turong. Sasha Walker. Jessica Waters. Larissa Kelly Verdinsky. Caroline May White. Tabitha Whitney. Crystal Alessia Nicole Williams. Christopher Stephen Zikos. Candidates from the Ontario Institute for Studies in Education and the School of Graduate Studies who are being admitted to the degree of Master of Teaching. Abigail Aaron. Sarah Joanne Abraham. Nadia Alam. Ukaya Alibai. Georgia Allen. Fatima Sumaya Amirdin. Chaplin Kaur Anand. Megan Anderson. Needy Andrews. Julia Lee Archibald. Alicia Amashinsky. Angelica Arnott. Asiya Ashraf. Talin Atikian. Lubna Aziz. Ashley Darlene Bays Eber. Madison Samantha Barker. Adrian David Beatty. Amanda Bazowski. Sydney Brunkoff. Andrei Bilay. Keelan Ruan Rachel Bob. Robert Bosk. Nikki Bartolotto. Alisa Kristen Battoni. Suzanne Nicola Boychuk. Natasha Jacqueline Boyd. Ainsley Brody. Halle Elizabeth Brown. Diane Adrielle Buol. Margaret Cabrera. Nicholas Ryan Callow. Erica Rosemary Cancilla. Sona Kanzio. Andy Chow. Vanessa Caravella. Diana E. Carrera. Kristen Rose Castrucci. Paige Elizabeth Cater. Jenna Catrice. Riviere Chan. Shi Yu Chen. Xi Chen. Jocelyn Choi. J.C. Chu. Chanel Rose Chow. Tinku Chaudhary. Aichen Chong. Rebecca Churley. Marianne Cooper. Elka Crossan. Rika Cristina Jimenez Cruz. Jacqueline Dacosta. Connor D'Angelo. Shuke Danieli. Cassie Darling. Ohana Desu. Gareth Davis. Nicole Lynn DeSantis. Patricia Dale Decker. Serena Chiara DeSantis. Dharan Aresh Devendran. Jennifer Ashley De Vries. Manmeet Dillon. Lauren DiCresce. Cristina Erika Di Maso. Risala Ahmed Dine. Sierra Jasmine Dockery. Martine Teresa Erin Dordolo. Cristal Dos Santos. Emily Anne Somerville Doucette. Nicole Gabrielle Dubé. Alexander Dukalovic. Archdeep Doulet. Brooke Anna Zaldov. Aiden Ekenberg. Mariam Mohamed Ahmed El Ashiri. Darby Elliott. Fira El Masri. Fiona Engineer. Rachel Epstein. Miguel Esteban. Anthony Faulkner. Natasha Ferenak. Cassandra Marie Fernandez. Jackson Luke Fernie. Christina Ferreira Stalteri. Samantha Emily Forstner. Andrea Lisa Franco. Maclean Fry. Vincent Pascual Friou Puyuelo. Kayla Forlan. Golda Claire Galdaja. Nasrim Ganji. La Pamette Melissa George. Sandra Galli. Nikki Jikas. Wrinkle Jill. Karen Gonzaga. Kate Goldwyn. Laura Jane Christine Goslinski. Jessica Mamari Grant. Shelley Julie Ann Gunness. Sami Ha. Garrett Thomas Hajnal. Marida Hanifi. Dilini Prasadika Apuran Nedige. Harrison Arinaran. Madeleine Harkness. Ashlyn Elizabeth Harriott. Faduma Mohamed Hassan. Penelope Lee Ho. Alicia Corinne Holt. Alexandra Madison Romem de Mello. Ashley Wong. Sasha Horgan. Jenna Hosick. Jade Kwan Huan Hu. Aniya Nisa Hussain. Mars Zahir Hussain. Alessandra Camilla Teresa Jacobone. Frederica Izumi Scherer. Emma Jacobs. Anna Jalokka. Yamuna Jethva. Joseph Yarun Jung. Jessica Antoinette Cudridge. Conrad Mikhail Kesek. Rumesa Wahid Khan. Yubin Sierra Kim. Pauline Kyoko. John Copperwas. Brody Kraby. Amanda Nicole Krumpotik. Daphne Yan Ni Ku. Kristen Koenig. Jessica Lydia Lamantia. Udria Lee. Victoria Lee. Anthony Francesco Lenti. Rebecca Elizabeth Levy. Ku Ching Lee. Mingfeng Li. Qianxing Li. Linda Lin. Ziyi Lin. Haley Lingam. Bethany Littner. Zhuo Shang Liu. Andrea Juliana Lotan. Francis Ray Wan Lu. Stephen Patrick Allen MacDonald. Danielle McLean Gove. Julia Makos. Iman Manzour. Alison Daniel Marco. Maria Mastorakos. Rachel Hilary Matheson. Macaulay Mauro. Justine McCarney. Kathleen McClelland. Colum McConnell. Enrico Meliambro. Madison Mello. Ryan Mello. Yamini Menon. Catherine Miller. Caroline Joy Miller. So Jung Min. Alisa Minsky. Sladiana Mitrovic. Nikalishka Mohannadas. Julia Morgani. James Warren Morris. Sofia Morsillo. Catherine Musial. Thomas Jacob Prentice Nashin. Brian Daniel Leonard Naismith. Zaham Zainav Nakvi. Noreen Rodriguez Nasir. Abdul Jabbar Nasser. Nargis Nazari. Eris Crosby Newell. Alana Sin Larkengo. Helen Mai Kim No. Judy Nguyen. Clémence Leta Sankanani. Emily Ray Olbam. Gio Peck. Nadia Palermo. Chelsea Grace Panchilinan. Giulia Passarelli. Kesha Patel. Veronica Pengra. Patricia Penner. Rochelle Pereira. Noah Eli Peretz. Maria Patricia Petrucci. Theodora Petsis. Molly Phillips. Olivia Lauren Pileggi. David Pingitore. Patricia Noel Espejo Ponce. Corey Ann Pond. Alicia Popatia. Melina Stephanie Portillo Rodriguez. Shiana Puri. Anka Theodora Putin. Mark Paul Ranieri. Patrick James Rathbone. Monisha Ravindran. Michelle Caroline Richardson. Christina Gina Risi. Jessica Lauren Romeo. Jordan Shelby Rosenberg. Amelia Leanne Rutledge. Samantha Rosemary Repka. Jasmine Jane Salamut. Fatima Nusra Sali. Maeve Salmon. Ziana Teruni Samsudin. William Sanderson. Cohen Sando. Ralph Angelo Macareg Santiago. Alexandra Cristina Arruda Santos. Julia Mary Sarah. Nicholas Bracchi. Julia Schulz. Cynthia Zatletsky. Laura Cejas Figueredo. Anna Shamu Radian. Inshal Sheikh. Tingswan Shi. Aliya Shivraj. Sylvia Sidarus. Catherine Marie Zieber. Liz Anna Zilden. Robert Simoni. Audrey Isabel Slater. Michaela Smith. Robert Jason Smith. Sayed Safir Suduri. Ali Solomons. Leah Marie Spanojanis. Sarah Catherine Stapleton. Zachary Christopher Stevenson. Rebecca Marie Margaret Steger. Nicholas Ryan Stott. Randy Yiting Su. Megan Olivia Summers. Monson. Pooja Suthasan. Dimitria Swan. Sidra Hassan Sigeda. Amanda Tankovic. Anje Tawadrus. Big Shun Darwin Tam. Rachel Manin To. Samia Tuka. Kate Elizabeth Tracy. Lindsay Patricia Trumbull. Susan Treen. Wugongrom Trikha. Caitlin Trudeau. Lydia Tsige. Nathan Andrew Timinski. Celeste Adriana Tyndall. Emily Ann Vandenberg. Kayla Amanda van der Reest. Tarani Andrina Vazantaraj. Sofia Vittoria Vecchiarelli. Giulia Vessio. Brian Daniel Villa Alvarez. Juliana Villa Perez. Kenzo Martin Flassmann. Sasha Vucinic Gauthier. Hannah Sidney Walsh. Alisa Walters. Sarah Hope Walters. Catherine Mechi Wang. Sarah Veredinsky. Bronwyn Williams. Michelle Hélène Maria Williams Marzucco. Eugene Wong. Tiana Worry. Wanshan Wu. Jiajun Yang. Melody Yang. Jion Yu. Benjamin Byungjin Yoon. Ji Hu Yoon. Eo Ling Zhang.
Thank you.
Mike Zhang. Sui Meng Zhu. Yuchie Zhu. Linda Anazosinski. Alexandra Sonnefeld. And Kayla Maria Zuccaro.
On behalf of the University of Toronto and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I hereby admit all those candidates not here present to their degrees in absentia.
So as we conclude Convocation, I wish to thank you all for your participation and your patience. To the families and the friends, and to those of you in the procession, let me say thank you. You have each made this a more memorable event for each of the members of the graduating class. I would like to thank Chancellor Rose Patton for presiding over today's ceremony. I wish to thank as well the many other colleagues and friends of the university who participated in this convocation, whose names you will find in the program. I now invite the Chancellor to bring today's ceremony to a close.
As I bring this convocation ceremony to a close on this, your special day, I hope we will see you often in the years to come. I invite you to stay connected. We will be very interested in your journeys, and we know you will make an impact for the better in whatever path you choose. Concilium dimissum est. you.